Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yashar Allah. Call Haloyim La, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harakakudash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith in the works. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? In the NLT, it reads, the whole earth is in the hands of the wicked, and God blinds the eyes of the judges. If he's not the one who does it, who is? So if he's not the one who does it, who is? Yeah, I don't know about that, NLT. But the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And this wicked individual covered the faces of the judges. Right? Changed the faces of the judges. Right? And I know this gospel gets a lot of flack because of the bywords that this world has created. And a lot of people like to put those same bywords on this gospel. When you have righteous teachers that are telling the people it's not about black or white, really, because you have some so-called blacks that come from so-called whites. You have some so-called whites that actually come from so-called blacks, right? It says it's a spiritual thing because it is. But this wicked comes from the wicked, which is Esau Edom, all right? Just so happens Esau Edom is the so-called white man, all right? But when Scripture says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, not necessarily talking about all of the wicked's members, if that makes sense, right? So this is only speaking about the top % of the wicked, and it would be that way because they're the wicked, right? There is no such thing as equality or balance with the wicked, right? So the wicked is in rulership, but their lower parts are in the same boat as, the Lord's people, who are suffering in this world and being oppressed in this world. All right. So when we speak about, who the earth is given into, and we speak about, the Esau Edom that's running this world, we talking about those extremely set apart to wickedness families, right? Such as the Rothschilds, right? The Oppenheimers, the banker families, the people that own and run currency, the people that own and run politics, that own the politicians. Those are the individuals who the earth is given into, right? Because they control everything, right? So I'm gonna let a video play. I'll be back.
The Illuminati. Who are the Illuminati? Make a long story short, they're the 13 families that control the resources and the entire planet. And they have their ancestry goes all the way back to Sumerian times. And where they changed into the Babylonians, they became the Khazars. They entered into Europe, where they merged with the Celtic remnants or the Atlantean refugees, which became the Merovingians. And then that, over the centuries, broke into 13 distinct families that controlled Europe at the time, and then now the entire planet. And are there names for these families? Yes, you have the Windsors, the Rothschilds, the Romanovs, the Sinclairs. There's a very wide range of Illuminati, but even more so is the range underneath the 13, which is the Committee of 300, which are 300 families that work very closely in association with the Illuminati to accomplish the goals.
All right, so those are the individuals that are in charge, the people that run the finances, that run currency, right? Those are the individuals that know the secrets of the world. That's hence the term Illuminati, illuminated ones, because they hold light. Light is knowledge, right? So this is 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. It says, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light, right? That word Satan, it means adversary, right? Adverse to the Most High and adverse to the Most High's people, adverse to the Most High's ways, right? His instructions, right? And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. He is the light bearer of this world, right? Because the earth is given into his hands, right? But the Lord is letting us know by what's going on in these times that this his reign is over with, right? So if the Lord is letting us know that his reign is over with, that also means that his light is being put out. That Illuminati title is being taken away from him, which is why also the Lord is introducing light, to his people. Once again, those who will, accept it. More so speaking about the 144,000 and the hopefully elect, 1/3, right, that receive the light of the Lord. All right, so let me go into Isaiah 14 and verse 12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" So this is the Lord, giving us a preview of, the wicked's downfall. That term Lucifer, it means light bearer, right?
Strong's H 1966. Haleo. Haleo.
Right, Haleo. Lucifer equals light bearer, right? Light is knowledge, according to the Gospels. Right? Well, actually, according to the scriptures. Let me go to 2 Corinthians, and I'll come back to Isaiah. But 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, For God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, hath shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Yahushua HaMashiach. So our light is the light of the knowledge of the Most High, of the glory of the Most High. But you have two types of light. You have true light, and then you have dark light. All right? We wield the power of true light. This devil wields the power of dark light. And you have the majority of the Lord's people that are operating in that dark light because they're operating according to this world and not according to the word. All right? Matthew chapter 6 and verse 22. It says, "The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light," right? Focused on righteousness, right? It says, "But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?" Right? Which is, the realm of Esau, Edom. That's where he operates, right? In wickedness, in evil. So his light is really darkness, right? But the Lord is letting us know that eventually, your light is going to be put out, right? So let me go to Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 9. Right? "The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out." Right? In the NLT it says, "The life of the godly is full of light and joy, but the light of the wicked will be snuffed out." And the Lord is showing us that he's putting the light of these wicked individuals out, right? By giving that righteous light back to his people. Like he said he would in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, right? The Lord, and in other scriptures too, right? The truth is being declared, right? The truth is the light. right? The light is the truth, right? So going back to Isaiah 14 and let me see, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, or O illuminated ones, or how art thou fallen from heaven, O Illuminati, right? The son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations, right? How did this devil weaken the nations? The same devil that controls currency, right? It's self-explanatory. He made sure that a group of people stayed oppressed, right? And included his own people that are at the same level as, the Lord's people. Right? We're seeing it now by them doing what they're doing overseas in Iran and the world having to suffer because of it. Right? It says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, which is us. Right? I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Right? This devil, placed himself above us, above the Lord's people, and is literally trying to go, above the stars. Right? As of late, this devil talking about going back to the moon and going around and all the other nonsense. But we understand this devil is a liar, like Scripture says in Psalms 58. The wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Right? But Isaiah 14:16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Right? Lucifer is clearly a man. Lucifer meaning light bearer, right? Light being knowledge, right? The individuals that hold the knowledge of this world, the true history of the world, right? Are the individuals that the earth has been given into, right? The wicked. Esau, Edom, the top 1%, those bankers, right? It says that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. Now, how did this devil not open up the house of his prisoners? He refuses to tell the truth even till this day, right? But the Lord has blessed us with that light to combat so that we can be free. Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 1. The spirit of Yahweh power is upon me, because Yahweh hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. Right? So the Lord is taking that power away from these devils, taking that light away from these devils, because they confounded right now. Right? But they steadily pushing on what they feel they will be able to accomplish, which goes into the pride of this devil. Right? But the Lord don't care nothing about your pride, because Scripture says pride goeth before a great fall. And he's giving that righteous light back to his people, which means the kingdom is coming back to his people. 2 Ezra 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Call Haloyim La Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai Ba Hashem Harakwakadash Shalom Yasha Allah Wa Abba Babal.